Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. So that Yellow High-Vis is back in order, and we are now back to work as well. So if you are new around here and you've never seen my face before, I do try to bring out Leeds United content on a daily basis. So usually I'll always try to bring out content within my car, within my bedroom. It's a little bit at the moment, it's a little bit all over the place with how I record, because obviously 1 minute I'm in my room, 1 minute I'm in my car, 1 minute I'm at my partner's flat, blah blah blah. But in the next year or so we'll be moving into a house, so I'll be able to have a proper office space. So my car's my office at the moment. So if you are new around here and you do enjoy Leeds United content, make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily Leeds United content. And I guess we'll just get into today's video. And today I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm a little bit annoyed with the whole situation with Amiri, the German attacking midfielder from Bayern Leverkusen, because it started to do my head in a little bit. Because 1 minute Leeds United have gone out there and flown Angus Kinnear and to, in a sense, propose him a decent offer. That there was an offer between 5 to 6 million euros accepted. His wages was, accepted, and I guess a little bit bigger than what we would have expected to pay. But then that whole he rejected the move because obviously personal reasons and his partner being pregnant, and he didn't want to be in the championship and all this type of jazz. And then there was news, as you can see on your screen, there was news that he came over and thought, okay, well, maybe I'm going to come have a look at Leeds United, going to see what the project's about, blah blah blah. He flew over to Ellen Road, he flew over to Leeds United to have talks to, in a sense, have his medical booked. His medical was due yesterday if everything went to plan. But then all of a sudden there was news that came out last night that he didn't want to join Leeds United in the long term. So of course it's a little bit annoying, but at the same time it kind of reminded me a little bit about the Samuel Saiz situation, where we would sign the player, fantastic player, brilliant player overall, but then he only lasted maybe 6 months to a year because he was homesick. He didn't really want to play in England anymore, and I felt like it was going to be the same situation with Amiri as well. So I'm kind of glad that he didn't come and sign for us, because we don't really want a player who's going to be hit and miss, who's going to be in a sense contemplating and not playing for Leeds United and not having a future here. We don't know how long the contract would have been. It probably would have been around about 4 to 5 years, but I can't see this one happening anymore. And to be honest with you, it's something that I don't want to happen now. I don't want players to come to Leeds United who are hit and miss. You know, I don't want players who don't want to play for the club at the club. I don't want players who are interested at the club who are like umming and ahhing about coming over to Leeds United. I want them to be definite. I want them to be, okay, well, I'm sold by the project, I'm sold by Leeds United, I'm sold by the philosophy that Daniel Farke brings to the team. And I wanted to go into transfer news as well. According to Sky Sports, McLean, I think he's called, plays for Norwich City, played under Daniel Farke, centre midfielder. And I think the desperation now of the 49ers is evident. There's only 3 or 4 days left until the end of the transfer window, so it's clear that they've known they've messed up. They've known that they've taken too long when it comes to transfers, because they're throwing bids in left, right and centre. And of course we're going to be doing a live stream later on tonight, so if around about 7:30. So if you want to join me and we can have a discussion, we can talk about any transfers in and out, we can just discuss anything about the Ipswich game, the Salford game, the game against Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend. There's loads of possibilities that we can go on about. But yeah, the 49ers, I think they're leaving it too late. There's a £4 million bid for McLean rejected by Norwich City. Whether Leeds United are going to go out there and I guess and continue to pursue McLean. But I have a thought that, okay, well, if they get a bid rejected, then they move on to the next target. And this is also another worry and another concern as well that I've read, that yes, apparently according to Fabrizio Romano, there was a bid accepted for Leeds United and Glenn Kamara. But according to the Daily Mail, which I just don't understand what's happening, because you get fed one story and then you get fed another story. Anyways, the Ibrox News came out and said that Leeds United had an agreement deal between 5 to 5.5 million pounds accepted. Fabrizio Romano said that they put an official bid out there for the midfielder. But then the Daily Mail came out last night, I think it was around about 8 PM or something like that, that they haven't had an agreement accepted there. They're having some sort of an agreement confusion. So what I mean by that is that Leeds United have put a bid in, but then apparently Rangers aren't convinced that Leeds United are going to pay exactly what they're asking for. So if this is the case, if Leeds United are going out there and trying to get players on the cheap, then we don't deserve to bring any players in, you know. And this is why I say it's like, this is the desperation of the 49ers. They keep trying to do things so cheaply. Of course they've got to stick with the rules and the EFL and the FFP and all this type of crap, but why not just pay the price, you know? Just or go a little bit lower instead of trying to get a big sum of money off. Because end of the day, the squad that we have now isn't good enough to be competing in the Premier League. We've got 5 additions, 4 permanent additions, but 5 additions in total. We need at least 3 or 4 more players, you know. And we're going to go more into the live stream, because obviously I wanted to just get a quick little video out before I started work. But overall, it's desperation, and I'm getting quite concerned on how they're going to go about it, whether they're going to just pay the full asking price of the players that they want. Because at the end of the day, we need 4 or 5 players, like I've just said. But it is what it is. And as well, before we end today's video, I wanted to let you know that I am creating a documentary on Leeds United. I've always wanted to make one. It's just regarding the history, the glory, the dark days, and I guess to the days that we're at now. So I'm really looking forward to being able to create it. It's something that I've wanted to do for such a long time, and I just never really had the confidence to actually make it. So it's going to be coming out sometime in 2024. It's going to be a fully fledged production by myself, get a couple of people behind the scenes to help out as well. So it's going to be nice to be able to eventually get the finished product anyways. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be going ahead into work now. I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday, and I guess I'll see you around about 7:30. So if you want to stay tuned for that, I'll see you then. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel too, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.